Hello everybody, welcome to KPIS Delhi's CARE initiative, Current Affairs through Reverse Engineering. These are the articles that we'll be seeing today. India and South Korea relations. What is the context? The context is that the India-South Korea Joint Commission meeting, chaired by Indian External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar and his Korean counterpart, emphasized expanding cooperation on critical and emerging technologies for a secure Indo-Pacific. And India expressed its interest in collaboration in areas like semiconductors, green hydrogen, and nuclear cooperation. If you look at the political relations between India and South Korea, they have a long history dating back to independence of South Korea in the year 1945. And notably, during the Korean War in 1953, both sides accepted a resolution brought out by India leading to a ceasefire agreement on 27th of July in the same year. All right. These are the stats about the political relations. Coming to the economic relationships, Korea is India's 15th largest trading partner, and major sectors in the mutual trade between the two countries include shipbuilding, automobiles, electronics, and food processing. India and its companies have invested around 2 billion in the Korea, while the Korean giants like Samsung, Hyundai, LG have invested over $3 billion in India. All right. Also, there is a comprehensive economic partnership agreement between the two countries. It is a free trade agreement between India and South Korea, and it was signed in the year 2009. So, this agreement helps or allows for free import of critical metals and articles from each other, promoting trade and economic cooperation. Now we'll look into the MCQ. Consider the following statements with reference to India-South Korea relations. India and South Korea are still working to finalize the Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement, that is CEPA. All right. So this is wrong because it was already signed in the year 2009. All right. So first statement is wrong. During India-South Korea Joint Commission meeting, both the countries agreed on semiconductor, green hydrogen, and nuclear cooperation. This is correct. Which of the above statements are incorrect? The first statement is wrong, and they're asking incorrect, so A is the answer. Now, UPSC PYQ. Recently, India signed a deal known as Action Plan for Prioritization and Implementation of Cooperation Areas in the Nuclear Field with which of the following countries? The answer here is Russia. The agreement aimed to deepen the cooperation between India and Russia in the field of nuclear energy, including the construction of nuclear power plants, nuclear fuel cycle management, and other related areas. All right. Therefore, the major agreements between India and other countries are an important theme for preliminary examination, and hence we picked up this article. All right. 2023 El Nino is among the strongest on record. What is the context? Half of the context is already given. So the context is the prevailing El Nino conditions fueled record temperatures and extreme events world over, with 2023 being the warmest on record. All right. So 2023-24 El Nino has peaked as one of the 5 strongest on record and will continue to impact the global climate in the coming months despite a weakening trend. Who said this? The World Meteorological Organization, WMO. What is El Nino? This is a very important theme for preliminary exam and also mains. What is El Nino? El Nino is a climate pattern that describes it is the unusual warming of surface waters in eastern tropical Pacific Ocean, and it occurs every 2 to 7 years on an average, and it typically lasts to about 9 months or say 9 to 12 months. All right. And what is it associated with? It is associated with increased rainfall in Horn of Africa region, southern US, and unusually dry and warm conditions in Southeast Asia, Australia, and Southern Africa. All right, this is the definition and this is the impact. And what is its impact on global climate? See, the scientists usually say that El Nino shall have the greatest impact on global climate in the second year of its development. And this in at this time it is 2024. 2024 is the year. All right. And according to European Union's Copernicus Climate Change Service, the global mean temperature breached the 1.5 degree Celsius threshold for an entire year for the first time in January. Okay, see, the permanent breach of 1.5 degrees Celsius limit as specified in the Paris Agreement, however, refers to long term warming over many years. This is only the case for 1 year, no? According to EU's Copernicus Climate Change Service. What did Paris Agreement say? Permanent breach of 1.5 degrees Celsius limit refers to long term warming over many years. This the Paris Agreement said that, see, this is the threshold. Beyond this, the temperature shouldn't rise. Okay. Now, what is important for preliminary examination? European Union's Copernicus Climate Change Service. It is abbreviated as C3S and it is one of the 6 thematic services provided by European Union's Copernicus program. Okay. What is the objective of the C3S? It is to build an EU knowledge base in support of mitigation and adaptation policies for climate change and global warming. All right. We came across one more organization, that is WMO, World Meteorological Organization. It is a specialized agency of UN which is responsible for promoting international cooperation on atmospheric science, climatology, hydrology, and geophysics. Okay, and this organization facilitates free and unrestricted exchange of data, and it is headquartered in Geneva, Switzerland, and it is governed by the World Meteorological Congress, composed of member states. And that Congress is led by an executive council led by the president. Currently, he is Abdullah Al Mandos of UAE. All right. Which of the following statements are correct? The World Meteorological Organization, WMO, is a specialized agency of United Nations headquartered in Geneva. This is absolutely correct. The Copernicus program that provides thematic services on climate change is managed by US government. This is not US, this is EU, right? So they've asked about the correct statement, so only one, A, is correct. Consider the following statements. The Climate Group is an international non-profit organization that drives climate action by building large networks and runs them. Yes, this is correct because it is an international non-profit organization and it was founded in the year 2003. It has offices in London, New Delhi, Amsterdam, Beijing, New York. All right, so first statement is right. Which of the statements given above are correct? So when first statement is correct, C is gone. The International Energy Agency, in partnership with the Climate Group, launched the global initiative EP100. It is not by International Energy Agency, it is by the Climate Group. And it is an initiative to combat excessive usage of energy and to save energy. All right. So second statement is wrong. When second statement is wrong, D is gone, A is gone, you're left out with B. All right. International Monetary Fund bailout to Pakistan. What is the context? The context is that the PM of Pakistan has mooted immediate talks with the IMF for extended support. All right. And what is India saying? India has firmly advocated for the rigorous monitoring of emergency funds provided by the IMF to Pakistan, emphasizing that such funds should not be diverted towards defense expenditures or the repayment of loans from other nations. All right, that is the context. Now, what is bailout? What is IMF? We shall see in prelims perspective. All right. IMF as everybody knows, it is International Monetary Fund, and it is also known as Bretton Woods twin. It was formed in the year 1944, and yes, India is a founding member, and it is a specialized UN agency with voting power proportional to quota. And it has arrangements like SDDS from 1996. What is SDDS? It is Special Data Dissemination Standards for Members, and NAB. What is NAB? New Arrangement to Borrow from 2019. All right. And what are the reports that it produces? It produces reports like World Economic Outlook, Global Financial Stability Report, Fiscal Monitor Database. All right. So these are the reports. And there is something called SDR. What is SDR? Special drawing rights. And these are supplementary foreign exchange reserve assets defined and maintained by IMF. And you should understand that it is not currency. Instead, it represents a claim to currency held by IMF member countries for which they may be exchanged. And this the value of SDR is defined by weighted currency basket. And the 5 currencies are US dollar, the European euro, the Chinese renminbi, the Japanese yen, and the British pound sterling. And this IMF carries out its lending to troubled economies through a number of lending programs such as extended credit facility, flexible credit line, and standby agreement. All right. Now, what is bailout? Bailout is a general term for extending financial support to a company or a country facing a potential bankruptcy threat. Okay, it can take forms of loan, cash, bonds, or stock purchases. This bailout may or may not require reimbursement, but it is often accompanied by greater oversight and regulations. All right, so these are some basics. Now, consider the following statements. Recently, International Monetary Fund has put a halt on the loan given to Pakistan on request of India. No, because India didn't request. Neither did India request IMF to stop loan. India just said, please monitor the flow of money that you have given, and is Pakistan spending it for defense expenses or not? That's all India said. IMF has already rolled out a bailout package. All right. So this is wrong. The World Bank lends money to distressed economies, often seeking the lender's assistance in the form of special drawing rights. Special drawing rights, these are not related to World Bank, they are related to IMF. All right, so this is also wrong. Which of the above statement are incorrect? Both the statements are incorrect, so C is the answer. Now, recently, which one of the following currencies has been proposed to be added to the basket of IMF's SDR? It was asked in 2016. It is D, renminbi. All right. INS Jatayu and MH-60R Squadron. What is the context? The context is that the Indian Navy marked a significant milestone with the commissioning of INS Jatayu at the Minicoy Island, establishing its second base in Lakshadweep. Then what is the first base? It is INS Dweep Rakshak in Kavarati. All right. This is the first thing. And second thing, in a parallel development, the Navy also commissioned its first MH-60R multi-role helicopter squadron and INAS 334 Seahawks at Kochi, heralding a majority capability enhancement for its rotary fleet and anti-submarine warfare capabilities. You should also know about Southern Naval Command. It is a command level formation of the Indian Navy, and it is the training command of Indian Navy, and it is headquartered in INS Venduruthi, a naval base in Wellington Island in Kochi, Kerala. All right. So Southern Naval Command's parent organization is Indian Navy. All right, and it has different level command formations, like for example, Western Naval Command, it is headquartered in Mumbai. Eastern Naval Command is headquartered in Visakhapatnam. Southern Command is headquartered in Kochi, And each command is led by a vice admiral who is also the flag officer commander in chief. All right. And coming to the geography part, this Minicoy Island is associated with, see, here you have Minicoy, here you have Lakshadweep, here you have Maldives. All right. 8-degree channel separates Maldives from Minicoy Islands, and 9-degree channel separates Minicoy Islands from Lakshadweep. All right. For prelims, this is important. Consider the following statements. Indian Navy recently established the second naval base in Lakshadweep named INS Jatayu. Yes, this is correct. The Southern Naval Command is a command level formation of the Indian Navy headquartered in Chennai. No, it is in Kochi, right? So, which of the above statements is are correct? Only one. Which of the following statements is are correct with reference to INS Sahyadri? It is a Kaveri class stealth multi-role frigate built for the Indian Navy. It is not Kaveri class, it is Shivalik class. Shivalik class. So this is wrong. It is capable of detecting and neutralizing air, surface, and subsurface threats. This is correct. Which of the statements these are correct? So B is the answer. Sangeet Natak Academy Awards. The context is that President Draupadi Murmu presented the Sangeet Natak Academy Awards for the year 2022 and 2023. All right, and these awards are presented to distinguished artists in field of performing arts. And among the notable awardees were Bombay Jayashree, who is a Carnatic vocalist, Naiveli Narayanan for Carnatic instrumental Mridangam, Urmila Satyanarayanan for Bharatnatyam, and Pallavi Krishnan for Mohiniyattam. Coming to the basics of Sangeet Natak Academy Awards, the first awards were given in the year 1952, and it is a national honor bestowed on performing artists, teachers, and scholars in the field of performing arts. All right. And when was the Sangeet Natak Academy established? It was established in the year 1953 for the preservation and promotion of India's diverse cultural heritage expressed in the forms of music, dance, and drama. Presently, this is an autonomous body of under Ministry of Culture, fully funded by government for the implementation of its schemes and programs. And what is the eligibility? The maximum number of awards is 41, and there is also Sangeet Natak Academy Fellowship, Academy Ratna. It is also called Academy Ratna, and number of fellows is 40. And the age criteria is that they should be at least 35 years. And you should also remember that a deceased person cannot be considered for the Academy Ratna or the Puraskar. That is, posthumously, a person cannot be given this award. All right. Consider the following statements. The Sangeet Natak Academy Awards was given for the first time in the year 1952. This is correct. The Sangeet Natak Academy is India's National Academy of Music, Dance, and Drama, established in 1953. Yes. See, this is the thing you have to remember. The awards for the first time were given in 1952, and then the Sangeet Natak Academy was established in the later year. All right. So that's why we are reiterating it, and also it is given in the form of MCQ. Which of the above statements is are correct? Both the statements are right. With reference to Sahitya Academy Awards, consider the following statements. It is the second highest literary honor by Government of India after Gnanapith. This is correct. See, this is Sangeet Natak Academy and this is Sahitya Academy Awards. Please be very careful while you are reading the question. Okay. The popularity and commercial success of the book is one of the criteria recognized for the award. No, commercial success is not a criteria. Okay, so this is gone. To be eligible for the award, the author must be an Indian national or a person of Indian origin. This is correct. So two statements are right. And you should also note here that the award is not just restricted for regional languages. It is also given for works in the language of English by Indians. Okay. For example, R.K. Narayan won this Sahitya Academy Award for his work, The Guide, which was written in English. All right. IAA Golden Compass Awards. What is the context? What is the full form of IAA? IAA is International Advertising Association. And what is the context? The context is that the 45th International Advertising Association World Congress was held in Malaysia. And for the first time, the award, that is IAA Golden Compass Award, was bestowed upon an Indian industry leader. And who is he? He is Srinivasan K. Swami. All right. So that is the context. Just remember the name and the full form. All right. And because he is the first person or first Indian to be bestowed with this award, this is important. Why was Srinivasan K. Swami in the news recently? He was appointed as the governor of Penang, Malaysia. No. He received the IAA Golden Compass Award at the 45th IAA World Congress. This is correct. For outstanding contribution to which of the following fields is Shanti Swarup Bhatnagar Prize given? It is Science and Technology. Because the Shanti Swarup Bhatnagar Prize is given each year for an outstanding contribution to science and technology. That is understood. However, you should know that this particular person, Shanti Swarup Bhatnagar, was the founder director of CSIR. All right, and the award is named after him. This is it for today. All the best.